Well, we're adding on to what we've already started. We have a lot more to do and finish on this. But like I promised you, every week we are going to do something to this area until I'm done and figure out how I want to do it. Okay, today is the day after I did the other one. I thought about it all night, and I must have been out of my oven living mind thinking I could put 2 tomatoes in that small space. Tomatoes get big. So I'm moving one over to this corner, and I will also be planting a lot of other things in here. And as you can see, I've been stealing pieces from my garden because we're on a budget right now, and I can't spend any more than I'm spending right now. So I may still have to move something over. I don't think I have it over enough. In fact, I think I'm taking that small piece out and getting another big one to make sure I have enough space, because I want to start out correctly. I don't want to put everything in there and say, oh, I don't like how it looks. That's what I did yesterday. So we're going to pull that little one out, put another big one in, so we can make enough area, like I did that one, to plant some flowers around it and maybe some more veggies. I don't know. We'll see what I can find. I got to go in and look at my seed collection. Okay, we're working on a budget here, guys. So, trying to do things as inexpensive as possible. May work, may not, but I'm moving this metal piece anyway next year because I know it's not in the right place, and I know I need to get at least 4 metal supports instead of 1. I have one, and believe it or not, that wind actually bent it because this thing was going to go over. I just have to make sure if it happens to go over, it's not going to hit one of my containers and break something. And we're going to pray it doesn't go over to the fence. I don't know yet what I'm going to do about that. I might see if I can get the grandsons to figure out some support that it cannot possibly go over to the fence, because it would break it. I have cement blocks, as you can see, behind it, and those blocks will still be behind it because it goes down the whole side of this garden area. So anyway, I'll have the grandsons come over before we remove this thing next year. So I'm not worrying about the plants because whatever I have here will be getting pulled out, even tomatoes. Because these small tomatoes will last a couple of years in my garden because we don't get cold here. But I think I'm not going to worry about it because I think it's more important to get this thing done. Thank you so much, my dear friends, for all your love and support. And let's get busy and get this thing done. Okay, this week's garden tour of this area was a zero cost because everything I've used in here is something that I bought last week, or it is something that I pulled from my garden, or I went and got, like the cardboard I got from work. I need a lot more cardboard, and I need a lot more to finish this project. So that'll be next week. I pulled one of my tomatoes out, centered it. It will be a lot better, and now it has this whole area to grow in. I did throw some poppy seeds in that soil next to the tomato. I haven't finished filling in anymore because I need more cardboard and I need more soil. So I think that will be for another week, and the money I spend will come from the following week. So remember last week's garden tour, we had $5 extra. This week I spent no money, so we have $25 extra and another $20. So that's going to give me $45. That doesn't mean I have to spend $45. It just means I could. I'm trying to keep myself on a $20 a week budget for the garden. Now keep in mind, guys, I have a lot of stuff, and I'm going to be stealing a lot of stuff from other things to get these projects done. And I need to get this ground level a little more. It's not going to be perfect because I didn't have the gardener do it, and I'm old and I'm not very strong, and I have a bad back. So I did the best I could do. at the moment. But I'm thinking next week, with a $45 budget, and I am going to go look for seeds in my house, so that will be zero cost. We might have this project almost finished. It won't look pretty because, you know, the plants have to grow up. I'm growing a lot of stuff by seeds. I don't know what I'm going to put in the far corner where you see that little weed pile yet. I will probably buy one more tomato plant, I'm thinking, but maybe not, because this area is going to have a lot of shade once that tree blooms out. So that's why I'm thinking I may still use another half round and make it look similar, but the more I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking I'm going to put something else over there, something that can handle more shade. Tomatoes do love sun. And next year, I'm going to have the grandchildren move this thing over, I think 3 feet, and get it square again. It was square, but the wind had just moved it. Now it's on an angle. So we'll get that done. I think if we move it over 3 feet, I don't see anything it could be hitting if it falls over, except maybe a plant. And this area right now doesn't look very pretty, but I'm telling you right now, I'm going to do a few feet each day and weeding and getting things and stealing things from my garden, and it will look pretty. Like I said, next week we should have this thing all planted in, and I hope you loved the garden tour today. Let me go over here. I wanted to share you one thing. These I did not buy either. I stole these from another part of my garden. You really can't see them. I may pull these out and paint them white before they show up, because it's black on black and it almost disappears. But I put them in there to help support the tomatoes until I can get something else to support them. I don't know if tomato cages are going to fit in there. Probably not. But, you know, Grandma will make it work. Because I've had tall things in here growing, and I usually put some string around it or yarn, and it does fine. Now let's go look at the new one I just did. This is the one that I did last week. I'm thinking it looks pretty good. Like I said, it's going to look a lot better. I need more soil, so definitely I'm going to have to buy at least another, probably 3 bags of garden soil to put in here, because I used 1.5, and there's a lot I didn't even put. And I'm still going to have to plant that section over there. And I'm trying to decide. I might have to buy some of these, more of these blocks. I do have some more, but I just hate tearing up my garden. Like I said, we'll see. Who knows? I may get brave and not worry about it. But I'm definitely going to get a lot of planting done this year. And we're going to start planting a lot of seeds every week also. This week we planted poppy seeds in this new area. I have a lot more seeds, and we will, when I finish putting this all together, I'll probably put some flower seeds in the center that'll be tall, and then I'm going to sprinkle poppy seeds along the edges because they don't grow that tall. So I think it will be beautiful when I'm done. It might be another 2 or 3 months before you really see much of anything to see. I'm going to get that one video done when it's all planted up, and then we'll come back in a month and do a video every month and show you how it grows. If it starts growing quicker, I will come back quicker.